great to be back. It's been 20 years. And so the first thing you notice is that I'm a USC grad. Where are my Trojan fans? All right. You say Bruins, where are you? Okay, you can leave the room now. Go on. I ain't mad at you. It's all good.
I teach at both schools.
You teach at both schools. That's
great.
Wow,
that's good.
So a little history of myself real quickly. I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, Motown. And I grew up in an era of music that were love songs that talked about love and relationships and how we can have a wonderful life. Songs that to this day, right, oldies but goodies that haunt our imaginations and spark our love thoughts and ignite our passions because they were songs of unity and togetherness. In high school, though, it was a little bit different for me because my high school counselor said I would never amount to anything. In fact, I graduated near the bottom of my class because I didn't have my focus in the right place. My focus at the time was to become an NBA player, right? I thought I could play pro basketball. And then one day I was guarding this player in a game, and he scored 35 points on me in the first half. So I said, well, that doesn't look like it's going to be good. So I actually went to a JC for 2 years, buckled down, went to USC, graduated and all of that, went to P&G, and then I started my professional speaking career in practice in 1985. I was 10, okay? And so what I thought I would share with you today are 3 valuable lessons that I acquired from my career as a speaker, things that you might find useful as well as I get back into the fold here at NSA. The first one is this. I can remember early on when I was speaking professionally that I just seemed to have a lot of cash flow problems. The speakers earlier were talking about how speaking is not an easy thing to do. They're so right. And it was as if I was always feeling wrapped up and tied up and twisted up and tangled up in cash flow problems. In other words, there were days when the money was funny and the change was strange. There were days that when I would hit rock bottom, it was so bad that when I looked up, I still saw bottom. Anybody been there but me? You're all too good for that, UNSA. See, so in other words, I came to realize that the problem was that it was me. If I had to describe myself, it's like an archer pulling on an arrow. And when I would release the arrow, I would never hit the mark. It seemed like every time I would shoot the arrow, I was off target. Sometimes it seemed like the target was missing, and I couldn't understand because I was getting paid gigs, I was getting free gigs, but the free gigs were not really amounting to anything. And so I couldn't understand exactly what the problem was. And then I started to look at my whole career as a speaker and a trainer. And what I discovered, the problem wasn't that I couldn't shoot arrows. The problem wasn't that I couldn't hit the target per se. The problem was I was aiming too low. And I discovered as a speaker, I had to aim high. And so write this down, aim high. Because what I learned is how important it is for us to seek better stages and better platforms and better audiences to deliver what it is that we have to share. See, I don't know what's worse, saying the wrong things to the right audience or the right things to the wrong audience. I don't know. They all spell problems, right? So that's number one. Everybody say aim high. Aim high. The second thing I learned is this. As a speaker and a trainer who's given thousands of talks, if you're not standing out, you're invisible. You're either distinct or extinct. You either shout purpose, passion, and possibility from the platform, or you blend into the woodwork like everybody else. And so what I learned is that if God is going to trust me with a microphone in my hand, and if he's going to allow me to touch the souls and the spirits of the people in the audience, the job that I had was to make sure that I realized that I was born to say something special, like each of you. I came to realize that my job as a speaker and a trainer was to do something that would allow me to accomplish something that nobody else could accomplish, like all of you as a speaker. That our job was to create content that would make us unforgettable. And that our job was to deliver that content in a way where it would be hard for the world to ignore. So you got to stand out, because if you're not distinct, you're extinct. And if you end up blended into the woodwork, you're like everybody else, right? So stand out. Say stand out. And then number 3, what I learned was this. And that is, our job as speakers and as trainers is to step into our magnificence. we must step into our greatness. We must realize that there are three things that are essential for us as speakers. Number one, what is it that we have that is distinctively unique? What is that program that you can offer your audience so that when they compare you to another speaker who offers a similar topic, what they see, though, the meeting planner and the coordinator, is that you've got something fresh. You got something different. You got something original. Ain't nothing cookie cutter about you. Because you have a program that is absolutely designed to be unbeatable. And number two, you've got to have what's called a me-only statement. What's the one thing that you can say as a speaker that sets you apart from everybody else? And number three, how's your audience going to be better off than they were before? So I leave you now because they told me to stop. But to remember the key three things. Say it out loud. Number one, what is it? Amen. Number two, stand out. Number three, step up. Thank you so much.